morning, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. I'm in downtown Detroit right now in Campus Marshes, and I basically have the park to myself. For those of you who live downtown or have watched my channel before, you know I come here quite often, and you also know that it's rarely empty, meaning your boy is up super early. It's been a while since I shot street photography at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Lately I've been kind of like hitting that lunch rush, even like the 5 o'clock rush. But yeah, it's a different atmosphere in the morning. You get a lot more movement, but you get a less crowded area, which works great for the theme of today's video. Today we're going to be shooting with wide lenses, or wide lens I should say. And as you guys know, street photography, the sweet spot is around people would say 35 millimeters. I'm going to say 28, but let's just say 35 for like popular opinion. That's like the sweet spot. And yeah, today we're going a lot wider than that. We're shooting with 18 millimeters full focal frame, full frame focal equivalent. Yeah, but it's too early. A super cool company, BitPlay, they actually sent me a bunch of lenses to help out with today's video. They sent me 4 to be exact, but we're just going to you know, take it step by step. You know, do a lens per day or a lens per video. And yeah, I thought it would be just fun to start off with a wide and just see like how wide is too wide for street photography. You know, is 18 millimeters too wide? We are going to find out. But first, let's unbox this thing. So before we get into the unboxing, what I want to show you guys is the BitPlay case for the iPhone 7. As you guys can see, mine's pretty worn in. You know, you got some scratches there. It's a little greasy or glossy. And that's because I've been using this case ever since it dropped. I'm a big fan of iPhone, you know, photography and using this mechanical shutter to, you know, take a picture, you know, to make it feel like DSLR-like or camera-like. BitPlay included this cool little grip, you know, that just kind of screws on here. I often have a hard time getting it on for the first, there we go. And this gives you even more like maximum, you know, grippage. So this is a super cool setup. As you guys can see, the lenses kind of just screw onto the back of here. And yeah, without this, you can't use the lenses. So definitely be sure to pick one of these up, which I'll leave the link in the description below, so you guys can get this setup going. Yeah, so that's pretty much how it works. On to the first lens. Maybe the lens that we're using today. This box is a lot heavier than the other ones. It also comes packaged a little bit differently, as you guys can see. This is their Pro model. I think like if they continue to drop new lenses like telephoto or whatever that comes out, this is going to be how they are. And I think this is just to keep up with or to go against the moment. I'm not going to say keep up because I've never used a moment lens, but this is to kind of like step into the more serious iPhone photography. You know, this is like super hard to get out. Can I open this backwards? All right, I'm like fucking shit up right now. All right, real unboxings, rolling raw. So this lens comes separately with a lens hood, which is super cool. And then this is the lens. This is huge. Now I read in order to put this on, the lens must go on first, and then the lens hood must screw on after. I'm guessing that's so you can screw it into the case. But yeah, look at this. This thing is beautiful. This is a well-made looking product. So yeah, as you guys can see, it's 18 millimeters. And yeah, this is what we're going to be shooting with today. So I'm excited to get into it. This is clean. Alright guys, so it's time to mount this to the iPhone. This is supposed to be super easy. A quick pro tip is to always clean your iPhone lens before you mount anything to it. You know, you don't want to trap any dust or anything inside of there. As you can see, I took off the rear cap here. Again, I read on BitPlay's website the front hood is supposed to be off when you mount the lens. I'm not going to do that because I think that's too much work. So this should be super simple. If any of you shoot with vintage lenses, it's kind of like an M42 screw where you just place the lens in there and you screw it in, and that's it. Alright guys, so I spent so much time doing that I don't even think anybody's downtown anymore. It's probably about 9:10, 9:15-ish, meaning that take about 30 to 45 minutes, which is ridiculous. You don't know what goes into this YouTube life. But anyway, I'm about to cut this vlog camera off because I have to mount this to my GoPro. And yeah, let's get into some street shots. thought that lady was never going to stop with the lawnmower. It's been like 20 minutes. All right, guys, I hope you really enjoyed that session. That was a lot of fun for me to shoot. Unfortunately, it was short-ended because my phone battery died. I do use my iPhone for the majority of my photography that you guys have been seeing. And yeah, it's just kind of hard to keep it charged considering it's my daily driver. You know, I talk on the phone, I listen to music, I answer emails, and when it's time to take photographs, it's always like at 20 or 30%. I did recently invest in a power bank or portable charger, so that's gonna help out a lot. Anyway, I want to talk about this little thing here, and not so much the lens, but more so the focal length. The theme of this vlog is, you know, how wide is too wide, and for me, right off the bat, this lens is definitely too wide. You know, it doesn't really coincide with my style. I like to get up close and get personal images, and because this is so wide, I literally have to be right next to the person, and even then, I'm not getting as close as I want to. Like, I have to use this as a macro lens just to kind of capture the photographs that I want to capture, which is a major bummer. However, there are some benefits to shooting something this wide. I was able to capture some perspectives that typically wouldn't be the case. You know, what I think this is going to do best at is capturing people as well as like city and landscape. So if you shoot this in like a portrait mode, and you know, you kind of have your camera vertical, and you can capture a lot. So if somebody's like walking across the street with like the big cities behind them, like, it can definitely tell a story. Now, I personally believe that throughout a body of work, that kind of story will get boring, but I'm sure somebody could figure out how to spice it up. So if you're somebody who likes to incorporate landscapes, then this might be the lens for you. The benefit to shooting with this is that it provides you a lot more space than you need. So for example, that shot of the construction team, like, I would have had to step it out into the street to get that had I been shooting with a 28 or 35. It was too many of them. It was corner to corner, and this allowed me to stay on the sidewalk and capture that photograph. So that was super cool. I know in the photograph you guys see like some soft edges. I'm sure that's just due to the quality of the lens. If this is a full frame sensor or a crop sensor or whatever you're shooting with, then I highly doubt you'll get that issue. Wide lenses tend to focus better as well. So I guess that's like one of the last benefits. The wider the lens, the better the focus you get. You're able to, you know, shoot at low f-stops and things like that. Again, this isn't going to be able to take control of that, but you know, a focal length is a focal length. So yeah, I highly recommend people, like, you know, they always say like, you know, one lens, one camera. I'm somebody who embodies that as well. I believe you should, you know, not stress about gear, have one lens, have one camera, and just shoot. But it's also fun to experiment with other focal lengths, you know, for experimental purposes. You know, add new angles, spice it up a little bit. You know, once you dominate that focal length, or you want to add something new to your street photography, then, you know, grab a new lens, go wider, go tele, you know, see what you can create with different perspectives. And yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun doing that with this. Again, it's probably something I won't use on a day-to-day basis, at least for street photography. But if I'm trying to capture like some landscapes, or I'm just hanging out with the family, or we're at the beach or something, this is definitely going to be something fun to play with and, like, you know, utilize. It's also really great for like Instagram stories. So if I'm like on my booster board, then I'm just trying to, like, you know, capture me, you know, riding my board through the city, that's going to work out a lot as well. So that's probably where this is going to get its most use at. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite focal length, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.